My dear masters, my dear gods, my dear friends, welcome to the today's holistic wellness program, the day number 14. We are going to the 14th day, my dear friends. So before commencing the session, my sincere pranams to my beloved Guruji, Brahmarshi Patriji, Swarnamala Patriyamma, and my sincere prayers to my beloved Grand Master, Mahavatar Babaji. My dear friends, so today we have the schedule of the entire of the program. Let's discuss. The first thing we'll be doing the deep meditation with the Om chanting mantra, deep meditation. After that, our spiritual wisdom topic is you can't escape paying your sins. You can't escape paying for sins, what is committed. And also the next holistic lifestyle, part of holistic lifestyle, cooking oils, edible oils. We'll try to understand about that. And finally, part of home remedies, how to cure the high blood pressure, high BP. So these are the topics for today, my dear friends. So now let's start the meditation. Already we are late by 7 minutes, 8 minutes. We lost it. So let's start the meditation. Anapanasati meditation. Everybody come to the Anapanasati meditation posture. So we all know we have to cross the fingers like this. We have to clasp the, we have to cross the fingers into fingers, and then keep on the thighs. Okay. And cross the both foot or legs like this. Downside. If sit on the floor, sit on the chair or on the bed, wherever. Sit comfortably. Like backside, your back must be erected, sitting erected always. Okay. So like that, be comfortable. Like that is called Sthira Sukha Asana. You must maintain the Sthira Sukha Asana. Wherever you sit for, should be able to sit for minimum 1 hour. That's minimum 50 to 55 minutes. So that's a long, such a kind of a comfortable posture you must sit always. Okay, please choose that and sit on the same place. Try to attend every day. Try to do meditation practice. This group meditation practice also from the same place in the house. That's better. And surrounding you, make it as much dark as possible. And also avoid any sounds coming in during the meditation time, especially. Now, you can also have a 1 glass of water before starting meditation. After finishing meditation, again you drink 1 more glass of water. It's better always. Yes. So slowly close your eyes. Remove spectacles. If anybody is wearing the spectacles, please remove it. Slowly close your eyes, slowly, gently, smoothly close your eyes. Close your eyes gently. Now, start observing your natural breath. Whatever the natural breath going in, coming out, Uchvasa, Nisvasa. Meditation means observation of the breath. Focus on your breath, natural breath, which is going in, coming out. At the nose tip, just have a focus. Have your thought, only one thought, which is allowed. That is just observing your breath. That's all. Just with only one single thought, you start observing your breath. All other thoughts are to be avoided. No thought is going to be entertained in the mind during meditation. They have to be avoided. They must not be entertained. No thoughts, whatever. How much ever important it is for you or anyone's related. It has to be avoided. It has to be sent out. During meditation, no thought is required except one thought, that is having an observation of your breath. Focus your energy. Keep your focus on the breath coming in, breath going out. That's all. The breath comes in, swasa. Swasa meaning dhyasa. Swasa. Swasanasandhan. Swasanasandhan. Be with your breath. Be with your natural, simple, tender, generic, smooth, naturally flowing, tranquil, peaceful breath. No forceful exhalation, no forceful inhalation. Simple observation of the breath. If you get any thoughts, cut the thoughts right away. Again, come back to the breath. Do not go with any thought. Don't travel with any thought. Whatever the thought it may be, do not go with any thought. Do not entertain any thought. Be with your natural breath. So breath is your medium in order to reach your soul energy, in order to access your soul energy. Breath is the key in order to unlock doors to your the huge consciousness, vast consciousness. You are part of the vast consciousness throughout the cosmos. You're already part of that. You can't realize it until you switch off your mind. That's what we do every time in meditation. We switch off our mind. We close our mind. We zero our mind in order to connect, in order to access the vast consciousness. That's what we are. That's our real you, real I, real you. That's the truth. Nityave Satyam. Satyave Nityam. Nityave Satyam. Whatever is eternal, that is the truth. Your soul is eternal, everlasting, ever existing, omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent. That is the truth. Whatever the truth, whatever is the truth, that is eternal. Anything beyond the truth, which is not eternal, which is temporary, is always temporary in existence. Nityave Satyam. Nityave Satyam. Your soul is Nitya. So that's the truth. That's the absolute truth, my dear friends. I am that. You are that. Ham Brahmasmi. Brahmatma Sarvabhutatma. Sarvam Kalidvam Brahma. Sarvam Kalidvam Brahma. Tattvamasi Svetaketu. Be with your natural breath, with your natural breath. Keep observing your breath. If any thought comes, please cut off the thoughts and go back to your breath observation.
तस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं
0. Slowly, you have to take your eye, take your hands and slowly open your eyes. My dear friends, slowly open your eyes. Come back to the slowly your body awareness and your surrounding awareness. Slowly come back. Yes, friends. So please come back. So we've done wonderful meditation till now. The Om chanting, Gayatri Om chanting. So powerful, it's powerful mantra. Great healing it provides always, right? So let's clap for ourselves for the wonderful meditation what we've done till now. Let's clap. Right. Thank you, friends. So my dear friends, my dear masters, my dear gods, today the spiritual wisdom, what we'd like to share, we'd like to discuss about you pay for the sins. We can't escape for the sins what we do. You pay for the sins, you got to pay for the sins what we commit. We cannot escape for the sins what we commit. So this is the topic. Friends, so it's more or less like a karma theory, karma siddhanta. Okay. So we cannot escape any sins we commit. We cannot escape that sins. We have to pay back. So either in this world or in the spirit world. Okay. So let's understand deeply about this subject. So my dear friends, karma means what? Especially sin. Sin is also one type of negative karma. Right? So it means we do a lot of karmas on this earth planet because we came here for doing karmas, for paying back our karmas, for learning, for testing ourselves, examining ourselves, right? Especially we came here for these four reasons. One is for doing new karmas. Second one is for paying back the old karmas. Third one is for examining ourselves. Fourth one is for learning new things. Okay. So these are the four aspects for which we come to the Earth planet all the time. Time and again, we come here in so many births, in so many different ways, right? Of course, we take a different physical body every time, isn't it? And we come here. We do all these four things and then we do our part and then depart, right? It's like the world is a stage. World is a stage. We are merely the actors. We struct and few and we do our part and depart. So that's the way we act here, right? So there's nothing like a permanency here. Everything is temporary, isn't it? So that's our friends. So we come here so that we do a lot of karmas and we'll be learning new things. Out of doing all these things, what we do, we also do some negative karmas because our mind, no, our mind qualities, the inner qualities are not grown up. Still, we have lower qualities because we didn't do much meditation, we didn't learn spiritual wisdom. We are still, Muladhara chakra or a Swadhisthana chakra, Manipura chakra, right? So we are such a level. Our mind is, our mind qualities are lesser or not in the matured state, wherein we can't understand whether it is we don't have awareness at all. First of all, we don't have awareness of, we are doing a mistake or we are committing the negative deeds or we are doing the so-called sins. All the negative deeds, whatever you do, negative karmas. Karma means action. Action can be either positive or negative, isn't it? Or karma means action or deed. So it can be a positive deed or negative deed. Any negative deed, nothing but any negative deed, if you perform, if you commit on this earth planet, it is going to bring definitely the negative effect or negative result. So that is why what we say, whenever anybody commit a negative sin or negative deed, definitely is going to suffer that particular suffering. So especially it is the suffering is because of the sin you committed. Sin means equal to the negative deed, basically. So once you commit a negative deed or a sin, definitely you have to suffer on this earth planet, isn't it? The same thing, friends, what will happen is, so as long as we suffer here, it means we may suffer in this life or next life also. Whatever the sins we commit in the past life, we will be suffering now. So there is one great statement. Pura janma krutam papam vyadi rupena pidyate. It means what? It means whatever, all the pura janma papa, sins, what we commit. So this is a great statement in the Bhagavad Gita, right? So pura janma karmas, all the pura janma papas, sins, whatever we commit in the earlier, life, all that, will be in the form of diseases we suffer in this life. Diseases and difficulties and financial losses or relationship issues or so many. Any kind of a issues, any kind of a, so many, the so many kind of a troubles or so many kind of a issues you have to face. So the karmas, whatever sins you have committed in the past life. That is very simple, isn't it? So it means there is a cause and there is an effect. Whatever the cause is, the cause is there. Where is the cause? Cause is in the past life. Where is the effect? The current life. So now, if you do in this life, then where will be the cause? Cause is in this life. The effect will be the next life, isn't it? So that way it will happen, friends. So we have to be very careful about what all the things we are doing here. So what are the kind of activities? See, the not only activities, karmas means not only the karma is always, like action. Karma can be in the form of thinking also, or in the form of speaking also. Thinking, speaking, acting, that means doing. Everything, is a form of karma, isn't it? Everything is a form of karma, no doubt about it. So that you have to remember. So that is why, so there is something called manasa vacha karma. That is trikarana suddhi. What is the meaning of trikarana suddhi? It means we have to purify our talking, that is our vakshetra, and we have to purify our bhavana kshetra, that is thinking. Thinking also we have to purify all the time. Okay. And also, what are the actions we are doing? we need to be so careful and aware of what exactly the kind of activity or a deed we are performing. So if you just take care of these three things, friends, then what will happen? The complete purification happen within you. So then you will not be resorting or you will not be picking up any negative karmas or a new sins. You never commit. You will not be able to commit also, right? So that's how it works, friends. So always one thing you need to understand is once you commit a mistake on this earth planet, as I told you, you have to suffer, right? So you have to suffer in the coming back to next life, and again you have to undergo the great amount of suffering. Now, so will there be any help from the Almighty or any other person or anything? So these kind of suffering or what are the negative karmas you are doing? Of course, Almighty is always ready to help. That is our God, our Supreme Father, or Paripurnatma, right? Supreme intelligence. Always they'll be trying to help us, no doubt on that. So you have done negative karma, but one thing is, right? One thing is you have to undergo the result. That means the sin has to be the sin has to be paid back. That's what we say. But still, the God or Almighty also wanting to help you. How does He help? Basically, if you feel or if you repent what you have done, let's say you have done some kind of a sin or a papa or some negative deed towards the other person. You hurted him or you have done some, the great negative thing towards him. It can be anything, the financial matter, relationship matter, or talking, or any kind of thing what you have done to other person. If you repent it, okay, what is the repentance? Repentant means we say to God or we repeat ourselves or what we say to ourselves or to God Almighty that, I am not going to commit next time. I am not at all going to commit next time. I want to mend my ways. I want to come out of this one. Okay. I don't want to come repeat this kind of mistakes in my entire life. If you really repent, okay, not just like, saying or whatever, you have to really repent from your whole heart, from the deep, from the part of the heart. And then you should not be repeating those kind of mistakes, those kind of the kind of negative deeds towards other people or other beings, isn't it? If you do that, so that means that is a genuine reason or a genuine factor or genuine desire is there within you. You want to change or you want to come out of this, this kind of the negative life. So once you decide it, once really you deserve it, once you decide genuinely, the genuinity will be known by the Almighty. Then He will help you. He will help you what? So your amount of course, you have to go through the karma, no doubt, you have to go through, but little bit. For example, you are doing meditation, right? And you are learning a lot of things, or you are learning spiritual wisdom. So such kind of people, if they have committed the mistakes or what are the sins in the earlier life, how do they go through in this life? The severity of the result or severity of that punishment will be lesser. Instead of getting into accident, what will happen? Instead of getting into accident, so little problem only will happen, and then we'll escape out of the that particular negative karma. Like that it happens, friend. That will be taken care by the God or Almighty, no doubt on that. So at the same time, try to understand one thing very important, friends. So there are, what happens here is if you live in this earth planet, as if you can't differentiate between the any two souls also in this earth planet. Beside you, there is another person, right? So you think that that person is very high caliber or famous person in the society and is a very good person, is a very good soul. You will be thinking that is a good soul, isn't it? But it's an opposite. It will be an opposite. Most of the times, what I mean, you can't understand the soul, right? You can't understand the soul level. What you understand is only the physicality. By looking at his ways and by looking at his name, fame, the celebrity, a great person. So, we all feel that. But a person is not known in this world. I mean, he's not at all recognized in this world and is nothing for anybody, nothing for anybody. But in fact, you can see, you can understand this person is going to be having a highest safety and highest eligibility to enjoy the spirit world. The reason is he's a very good soul. So that's why I'm always trying to tell you there's evil souls and good souls. So there are good souls which are not known to the public, which are not known to the world itself, right? So always they'll be doing a good karmas. They won't commit any kind of a sins, isn't it? So then those people will not be known to the world itself, but still you can imagine they'll enjoy the great amount of the great amount of enjoyment they'll undergo when they reach the spirit world after the death. Okay, but the people whom you feel that they're very famous, very high profile people, and here so they have a lot of money, richness, everything, isn't it? So, but one thing you need to understand is the soul level, their qualities are not good. The soul level, their qualities are not good. So when they go back to irrespective of your position on the physical world, on this earth planet, when you reach the spirit world, you have to suffer. You got to suffer, right? So that's why we need to understand. This is very, very clear. Okay. So friends, what will happen is already in the previous class, I mentioned if by any chance, if you are misled by a negative soul, let us, you have to avoid it. You have to avoid the people who are so negative, who drag you towards the negative things, and in fact, you should not go into the trap of these negative people or negative souls, especially. Otherwise, what happens? You do a lot of sins. When you do a lot of sins, what will happen? So, friends, always remember the sins, whatever you commit here, especially, let me tell you, there is one great formula, right? That formula is applicable everywhere in this world, in the spirit world also. What exactly that formula? What you reap, what you sow, so you reap. What you sow, so you reap. That means whatever you are sowing in this, in the ground, that means so the same kind of a tree will come out, isn't it? Similarly, so what happened is Christ said rightly, what you sow, so you reap. It means whatever the karma you do here, negative karma, you get negative result. If you do positive karma, you get positive result. It's very simple, very, very straightforward formula, isn't it? So there are a lot of universal formulas, right? Universal laws. This is one of the law, okay, which is which is given by Jesus Christ. This is applicable in the current physical world, in the also in the physical world, in the spirit world also, right? Right. So that's how what happens is if at all you do the negative sins and the sins or negative deeds on this earth planet, friends, you got to suffer when you go to the spirit world also, which I mentioned the previously. You can't at any cost, you can't go to the higher realms, isn't it? You can't go to the higher realms. You have to go where the realm number one, two, three, maximum one, two, three. Within this, you have to go. That means the moment someone died on the earth planet, so it depends upon the amount of sins what is committed here. So that's what I said. What you sow, so you reap. You have committed some mistakes here, sins here. Then you have to go to that particular realm number. So realm number one means it's a complete dark, pitch dark world, wherein so your own, you go with your soul, with your astral body, everything is there, but you have to suffer because there is no light, there is no brightness, there is no light, no one is there to communicate. All negative souls around you, they're all fighting each other for small causes, isn't it? So with which, friends, you got to suffer in a great manner. So that is why, so you have sow, whatever you sow here, you have to reap. You have to reap in the even spirit world also. The Almighty or the universe will not leave you. As simple as you have to definitely suffer. Whatever you do here, you have to suffer in the spirit world also. In fact, what happens, friends? Whatever Almighty, whatever Almighty can do is, of course, He will guide you, right? So you have a lot of mentors, you have a lot of teachers, isn't it? Everywhere, even on the earth planet, even in the spirit world also, isn't it? A lot of teachers, a lot of guides are there. So the Almighty does a help that So he tries to provide a teacher, a master. He will teach you. So if you start listening to him slowly, what will happen? You will come out of these negative sins or negative deeds. Then you will be evolving. You will be evolving. When you reach to the higher planet, when you reach to the spirit world, what will happen? Straight away you go to the higher realms, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we'll enjoy the life over there also, friends. In the higher realms, especially, right? In the higher realms, so they have a lot of freedom. Every soul will have a lot of freedom. They know they are not bounded with the physical body, isn't it? There's no physical body at all. Why do they need to worry? So there's no risk or there's nothing to take care of their physical body. What they have is basically spirit body, soul, basically. So as they have souls, what happens? They'll be randomly, whatever they wanted. They want to do some work. They want to learn something. Whatever they wanted, everything they can do in no time. In no time they can do, and also one will not hurt other person. The other soul, the one soul will never hurt the other soul. They're all quite coexistence and quite happily, blissfully they'll be living with their souls or spirit body in the spirit world. Such is the case of the spirit world living. Of course, they'll be much more busy than us. So we think that the spirit goes or soul goes, soul rest in peace. We say that, right? That is wrong word. We should not use that. Okay. So what we say, we need to say. So wish you happy journey. We wish you a happy journey. You continue in the spirit world. For like how anyone we tell happy journey, like somebody is traveling from Bangalore to Mumbai or whatever, right? So whenever you come across, so when you meet him, what will happen? You say you wish him like a happy journey. Similarly, he is just traveling from this world to the other world, right? He is living physical body. We should say that wish you a happy journey. That's all. Not that soul rest in peace. No soul will rest in peace. Nothing. It's a wrong concept. Okay. So no soul will never rest in peace. That means it goes and keep on sleeping or keep on in the rest. No, it's not that way. So they are so busy than us. Whatever we do on that planet, more than us, they'll be much more busy because there are a lot of options over there. Lot of singers, the great musicians, the great poets, great scientists, whatnot, who not. Everybody is there, isn't it? So all the souls will be there in the Janaloka, especially in the Janaloka. Astral world also they'll be there. In the upper astral worlds they'll be there. But the great people will be there in the Janaloka or Mahaloka, all these upper worlds. Okay. So likewise, friends, we need to understand this. Okay. So that is why we got to be careful when we are doing or when we are attempting, when we are trying to attempt anything on this planet. It's not easy to escape. We think that, we may escape from, some other people, like as you surrounding people. You can escape by even committing mistake, right? Whatever doing, talking or thinking, whatever it may be about other person. So you may escape from your own colleagues or surrounding your people, but you can't escape from the Almighty. There's no way you can't escape. Why can't you escape from the Almighty? Let me tell you. So there is one thing which one of the great truth we must know from this today's class. Okay, what exactly it is? Almighty has provided a subconscious mind within you. What is provided? Subconscious mind. What does the subconscious mind do? Friends, whatever the sins you do on this earth planet, isn't it? So when you travel back to the spirit world, the suffering, what you are undergoing, what you are undergoing, what you are going to undergo, traveling to the lower realms, reaching the lower realms, all this will be decided by whom? Your own subconscious mind. Okay, God is very loving and compassion. Is always say to everything, whatever is there, he say yes, whether bad or good, or a great things or whatever it may be. You always say yes for everything, isn't it? That we know already. Like whatever you ask, you say tadastu. Whatever negative thing you do, negative thinking, yes, tadastu. It happens. If you do positive thinking, yes, it happens. Tadastu. So like this, what happened? So God never distinguish or differentiate whether good or bad. Whatever you ask for, it will be given. So ask, it is given, isn't it? But one thing is, friends, who is going to give a suffering to you? Your own subconscious mind. Because subconscious mind knows everything, what you are doing, isn't it? So your the people around you, they may not know what kind of character you are, what kind of person you are inside, and what kind of mistakes you have done. Without knowing others, there's any kind of a thinking or a talking or doing anything you do, mistakes or the kind of a faulty things if you do, you may not know. I mean, all others may not know. Who will be knowing is your own subconscious mind will record it immediately, right? So as it is recorded the thing immediately, what it does, after the death, it is going to decide to which realm you have to go. That means your own subconscious mind. Imagine now, so far we may be thinking that the God will give punishment for the negative karmas what we do. It is not so. What it is your own subconscious mind will put you into the punishment all the time, even on this earth planet, even in the going to the upper world. For example, let's take earth plane. In the earth plane, what happened? Suddenly you get into problems, isn't it? So who will be giving these problems? Right? You have to go through one negative karma. So strong negative karma you have to undergo now because you have done the mistake in the earlier life. Then who is doing this? Your own subconscious mind has put you into the trouble, has taken you or dragged you into the trouble now. You have to go through the punishment, no doubt on that. Okay, but we think that this karma is given by the punishment is given by God and all this. No, it's not that way. So the truth is the truth is like this. Your own subconscious mind, as it knows everything about you, the past life, about your past life, about your 100 lives, whatever you have taken on this earth planet or any other planet of the universe, it knows exactly what you have done. So what will happen is it decides these are the number of negative karmas you have to undergo in this life. It starts suddenly giving in your life, everything is smooth and everything is happening so great. Suddenly, one negative punishment or a result will come into picture or it comes across you. Now you have to suffer. So then who has given it now? Your own subconscious mind, okay? Not the Almighty or somebody. Your own subconscious mind will decide what kind of punishment you have to undergo, isn't it? So that means, so you have to undergo, so you will be undergoing it. Then you will face that, all that negative karma. Once you undergo, definitely you are going to pass through it. Once you experience it, what happened, you will pass through it. That's how the karmas are paid by yourself, towards the end result of each and every activity, what you take up here. So this is the truth you have to remember, friends. So the subconscious mind, so on the earth planet, it is doing like this, isn't it? It is giving punishment, the suitable punishment for your negative karmas. Similarly, when you leave this physical world also, when you go back to the upper worlds, that is the so-called the spirit worlds, especially the lower astral world, realm number 1, 2, 3, there also which realm number you belongs to, which realm number you have to undergo, you have to go there in order to pay back all in order to punish yourself or in order to give the kind of punishment to all the sins what you have committed. For example, somebody has murdered somebody here on this earth planet. Then what will happen is the moment he leave the physical body, go there, then what will happen? It will put his own subconscious mind. His own subconscious mind will take him to the realm number 1 and then put into the great trouble. That's what happens. So this is the way you need to understand, friends. Okay, so that's why even in that spirit world, the one statement which is much applicable is what you sow, so you reap. So that's a great statement. So that will be applicable even in the spirit world also. That's what is happening now. So what's happening now? So your own soul is traveling to the realm number 1 and it is going to be put into the trouble for so many years, hundreds of years. That is why unnecessarily don't commit negative or the kind of a sins on this earth planet. Why do you want to suffer just for a sake of an enjoyment or sake of a temporary satisfaction, temporary name, fame, isn't it? For only smallest gains, you have to pay huge price in the spirit world, isn't it? So why do you want to unnecessarily commit? So be always, so be in a safer zone. Why do you want to do all that? Be in a safer zone so that you'll be always happy, isn't it? So that's how it happens, friends. Okay. So with this, so what you need to understand is, so this nobody can escape the karmas or negative sins what we commit on this earth planet. We got to pay. We got to definitely pay. So all the time in this universe, so either in this world, in the physical world, or in the spirit world. So this is what the concept what you need to understand, friends. Okay. So thank you so much. So let's go to the holistic lifestyle. Okay. The holistic part of holistic lifestyle, friends. Today we'll be understanding about so-called cooking oils. Okay, the cooking oils. Let's understand. So we know very well the cooking oils, edible oils, right? So everybody will be using it in a daily basis. So let's know more details about this. Okay. In the earlier days, in the olden days, what happens is we used to use only bull, ox, or driven Ghana pressed oils. Okay. And especially the oil is oil seeds from groundnut oil, mustard oil, Niger oils. All these are available in our country very much. Okay. It means the naturally driven oils, the Ghana based oils. There were no kind of a so-called refined oils, nothing was that. So those kind of oils we were using and we were so healthy. All our ancestors were so healthy because they were eating the actual oil. They were getting actual oil content into the physical body. That's very important, isn't it? So now use of all the kind of refined oils, especially, so we should stop. All the refined oils using it must be stopped immediately because they are made up of paraffin oil. Friends, these edible oils, especially refined oils which are available in the market, they're all made with the help of paraffin oil, which is also called petroleum output, the wastage of the petroleum industry as well. In all these non-vegetarian companies, whatever the wastage comes, right, they will melt all that fat and all, no, and they will make a one kind of a white oil. White oil comes. That white oil is a waste oil. It's also called paraffin oil from the petroleum industry. So that oil, instead of throwing anywhere, so earlier they were throwing into the sea. So afterwards, the agreement between the countries got changed. So nobody should throw any kind of petroleum wastage into the sea or a ocean. Then that point of time, the scientists have got a new idea of reusing the same oil by giving a lot of treatment, using a lot of chemicals. So they would like to add that into the as a base oil for the any packet oil or whatever the eating oils or edible oils. They want to make that as a base oil on which what happened, they will also add the flavor. So especially whatever, suppose you purchase a groundnut oil in the society or go into the supermarket and buy it. So in that oil, base oil, about 75% is this petroleum oil, 25% only your groundnut oil, the real groundnut oil. They will add it and then they'll pack it and send it to you. So this how we need to purchase. We are purchasing and we are using it. So as there is a paraffin oil, it's a chemical oil which is going to damage lot of the cells. Basically what it does, friends. So it is going to introduce lot of so-called free radicals. Okay, this oil especially. So the moment this particular the so-called refined oil having a paraffin oil, what it does is it is going to introduce a lot of free radicals, which is going to really work against our body, and it is going to kill lot of cells. Basically, lot of cells it will kill. Slowly, those cells which are damaged or which are killed, they become a cancerous cells, and then the person is going to get the cancer. So that's how this chemical oils, lot of danger is there in the danger is involved with this thing. So be careful about that. Okay. So friends, what happens is companies have cleverly started mixing all these artificial flavors, and that's what they are making it, as you know very well. And their brainwash the customers. The original oils, such as all these coconut and groundnut oils, what we were using earlier days. So they used to say they're all having a lot of highest cholesterol because they are not refined. So our oils, refined oils, are very good in the very good for the health because they have less cholesterol. All this is false. Try to understand. That is a false information. What you need to understand. So the reason is, so especially friends, so these especially refined oils, it's going to cause many more problems than the cholesterol. Anyhow, from the oil we get what? Cholesterol will come, vitamin E will come, isn't it? Antioxidants will come. So we eat the especially oil for all these three reasons, right? So we will get cholesterol, but cholesterol also to be limited level. Especially LDL is good, HDL is not good, as you know. So in that case, what happened? The whatever the cholesterol you consume from the oils also, it must be limited. It means so more oil should not be consumed. That's the one statement. That's one of the important precaution what we need to remember. Now, so even see, friends, they sometimes they say, they try to confuse you that we have refined oils, but they are pure refined oils. They say that. The first thing is refined oil itself, the making of refined oil, I told you how they make, right? Second thing is they say that we have pure refined oils, but still what happened, friends? These manufacturers, they produce these oils with high temperature and high pressure. while extracting this oil, there will be chemical change that alters the nature of the oil itself, and free radicals are formed that will destroy the good cells and then produce the cancer cells. That's what happens. So that is why it is very dangerous process. What the kind of temperature they use in order to produce this oil is too much. It's a 400 degrees temperature they use. You know that. So by using 400 degrees temperature, you treat this oil, especially the refined oil. So friends, refined oil, how they make is they want to extract the oil from each and every seed. 100% oil they want to take. That is their aim. Not even leaving any wastage. They want to take 100% oil from every seed. In that process, what happened? They have to apply huge pressure or huge heat. They have to apply a lot of pressure. So then only the essence of the essence or the oil of particular seed will come out. Okay, they will achieve it because they want to have more and more of productivity, more benefits. Correct, no? So they do that, but in the manner of doing it, what happens? So as the seed is undergoing this much high pressure, what will happen? Definitely, the more amount of temperature will be produced. So because of high temperature of 400 degrees, the nature of the oil itself is going to be adulterated. That means it is going the nature of the oil itself, the chemical, the whatever the nature of the actual oil is going to be turned, into bad direction or into be negative things, especially. That oil becomes a poisonous for you now to eat. Okay, that's how this chemical, even the pure refined oils also make. Friends, we need to understand this. So other thing is we always feel like these refined oils are cheaper in the market, so less cost, right? Every one of us know it is the refined oils are supplied for the less cost. For example, a refined groundnut oil may be available for 200-250 per liter, but you may not get the pure Ghana oil or cold pressed oil not less than 500-600 rupees. What is the reason? The reason is very simple. So here, these people are going to use 75% of paraffin oil, 25% of the actual groundnut oil. That is why they get for a cheaper rate. But actual groundnut oil, if you want to produce 1 liter of groundnut oil, you need to use 3 to 4 kgs of the groundnuts. That itself will cost you about 450 rupees. Then add some labor expenses and all. How do you get for 150, 200, 250? It's not possible, right? So that's a simple logic. One must remember this. Okay. So that's how these people are going to cheat you, or they are going to brainwash you such a way, right? So then what are the oil, what are the kind of oils we should consume? Always remember, friends, any oils which are extracted through the so-called ox-driven or Ghana machines, right? The so-called latest machinery form they have come. Even they are going to extract with a lower temperature of 70 degrees temperature. They are also called as a so-called the cold pressed oils. Now, so what are the different oils? Safflower oil, safflower seeds are there, sesame seeds are there, coconut seeds are there, groundnut seeds are there, mustard seeds, Niger seeds. So all these are various different oils, friends. All this can be definitely used. So the oil extracted from the bull are driven, so do not undergo any chemical change since they are extracted at room temperature and without pressure. Hence, these oils are naturally containing a lot of vitamin E and antioxidants that will be very, very useful for the health, my dear friends, and which is going to improve it is going to boost the what so called the resistance power. So Roga Nirodhak, right? So that is the resistance power for any disease. So that is immunity, you can call it as immunity power will be boosted. That we need to understand. The cholesterol is required by our body, friends. Always cholesterol is required by our body in order to function properly. Cholesterol is not harmful substance as long as it is a present in the so high. If it is not present in the high quantities, limited quantities, cholesterol is good. Without cholesterol, you can't get the enzymes and hormones cannot be manufactured by your body. Cholesterol is must. But with the cholesterol only, it will manufacture all this naturally natural steroids you wanted, natural enzymes you wanted, hormones you wanted, all that will be generated with the cholesterol. So in the groundnut, especially, friends, if you take a groundnut, so the groundnut, especially, what will happen? Around the groundnut, after opening the heart cell, inside the groundnut, around the groundnut, there's a pinkish color, right? So that is very, very important because it has got one particular chemical that's called resveratrol. So resveratrol one chemical is there. It's a wonderful substance. Yeah, it has got an antibacterial property, anti-inflammatory, anti-carcinogenic. no cancer will come to that particular people. Anti-aging, very good for the skin disease. That's why. So that the whatever around that actual groundnut, whatever that pinkish color, we should not throw out. We should always use it, right? So especially, so that's having a wonderful substance inside. You must use it. Now, friends, for all the development of children, especially these, their nerves and their, especially the brain will be growing at that age, right? For the children. That is why we must give only natural oil always for them. For consumption, we must give the natural oil so that their brain will grow properly. And friends, and also their nervous system will also get strengthened, in a proper manner. In a given week, 2-3 spoons of groundnuts, 2-3 spoons of sesame seeds, 2-3 spoons of grated coconut. So should be given to growing children in order to have well-developed body. Please remember this. Okay, very, very important. Okay. Now, 20% of the children are suffering from what? Fits and convulsions. A lot of people are already suffering by this time. So a lot of people are suffering from the fits, all the fits and convulsions and all epilepsy, all this happening. So this is caused because of nervous weakness only. So that's why be careful about this one and try to give a natural oils only. See, oils that are extracted from oil seeds that are grown around us is going to be good for our physical body. For example, some people get olive oil. So they drink or they use olive oil. They say that it's very healthy. No, it's not that way. You can't decide the health of the oil basing on that. The oil which comes from the other country is not suitable for our country or our place or geography. What it is for is it will be useful for their country, especially Italy. Italy produce a lot of olive oil, so it is good for them. But in here you see in South India what we do, so groundnut oil more we will use. In North India what will happen? We use something called a mustard oil, especially. Right, the mustard oil we use more in the North India. So likewise, whichever is available locally or in around you, that oil is best always. Never ever purchase the imported oil and say that it is very good for us, for very good for health. No, it's not that way. Okay, remember that, friends. So this is what about all these edible oils. Edible oils we try to understand. So try to always consume the natural, the bull or ox-driven ghana oils, or otherwise from the cold pressed machines. Whatever the oils are extracted in front of you itself, they will extract the oil and give you. So such kind of oils you try to consume and make yourself, make your health to be properly corrected. Never undergo any kind of a health issues if you do so and if you follow the natural edible oils, friends. Okay. So thank you so much. So now let's focus on home remedies for today. So for the part of home remedies today, friends, high blood pressure, especially this high blood pressure is so important. So important aspect of our physical body. So who is going to pump the physical body? Who is going to pump the blood in the physical body? About 5 to 6 liters in the blood available in the in our physical body through the all the blood vessels. It will be circulated or it will be pumped by our own heart. Heart works for 24/7, 365 days, friends. So we got to take care of a lot of care about your own heart, especially. So you have to be so thankful to her because it contains 24/7, 365 days, and till the last breath, it will be working, isn't it? So that means we have to be so thankful. We should never disturb or we should never give any kind of pain to that. How do we give pain to that? By going through all negative attitude, all the negative qualities, maybe anxiety, depression, right? Disappointment. So like, jealousy, all this, more attachment. With all these things, what we undergo is the great amount of, the stress will come onto the heart only. The first and foremost in your mind, if at all you are going through this kind of negative qualities or negative thinking, immediately the part which is going to be affected. For example, anger. Anger is the one. If somebody is having anger continuously in his mind, what will happen? The first part which is going to be affected is your own heart. Heart will be severely affected. That's where heart attacks and heart issues, all these problems starts. But generally we think, heart attack or heart issue came from something else. No, it has come from your own so-called stress. Too much stress in the mind. That is going to trigger these kind of problems, friends. We need to understand. Now, anyway, so let's understand the heart, especially heart you see. heart is going to, like a contracting, and like, it will contract. Basically, it also tries to take it inside. That means contracting is a kind of a contracting and, closing it. So this way, the two types of vibrations will be there. One is contracting, one is expanding, isn't it? Contracting means it will be like this. Expanding means like this. So these two kind of vibrations will be done by heart. How many type of that kind of vibrations? 72 times, that space 72 times per minute we'll be doing. That every one of us know, isn't it? So in that point, in that context, what happens, friends? Whenever it contract, right? So that time what will happen? So contracting and expanding only, pumping the blood through all the blood vessels to every organ. This we know already. Now, whenever it's contracting, at that point of time, if you measure at the muscles of this, the so-called heart, and also in the blood vessels, the way the blood will be carried, isn't it? If you pressure the flow of the blood, that point of time, you measure always some kind of pressure. You find some kind of pressure. So that pressure is called systolic pressure. Systolic pressure. How much it should be there for a normal person? Systolic pressure must be only 140, not more than 140 for anybody. If at all, if it is going beyond that, if at all, if it is 180, 160, then you are called as a high BP patient or high blood pressure patient. Similarly, there is one more, whenever it expands like this, the heart muscles, whenever they expand, isn't it? So with the vibration, what happens? Then what will happen is the kind of pressure what we measure, that is dialectic pressure. This dialectic pressure will be or must be always, it must be 90, not more than 90. If it is 95, and if it is more 100 or something, then you are called as a high BP patient. Okay, so high BP. So high BP is got affected you. So like that we have to understand, friends. So especially why this will happen, this pressure, why the instead of being 140, why it become 160, 180 or 200? Mahatma Gandhi used to have always 200. But these values are set up by whom? The pharmaceutical industries with the help of WHO. They set these values. But in fact, these values are average values. They say that. This should be there for everybody, they say. But it is not true, my friends. It is not true. For me, my average is different than your average. No doubt about that. Same values, you cannot make it applicable for everybody. But so unfortunately, this is designed by WHO, World Health Organization. Everybody follow that blindly. Okay, that's how many people, even normal people, they go for checkup, then they become patient. By the time they come out, what they become? They become a patient, isn't it? So that's why. So unless otherwise so mandatory, so there should not be any unnecessary checkups must be done on the physical body, friends. So now, why this blood pressure will increase? Because of the excessive glucose present in your, especially blood vessels. Because of the excessive glucose, that is get converted into so-called fats and cholesterol. So that will be sticking in the walls of the blood vessels where the blood will be flowing. So then those blood vessels will become thin. So when they become thin, the amount of blood flowing through that thin blood vessels will be having a lot of pressure. Basically, a lot of pressure will happen on the blood vessels especially. So that is called high blood pressure. So high blood pressure is basically caused because of the high stress and tension as well. Along with that, the kind of food style what you follow, and the kind of you take always more of glucose oriented foods, like which doesn't have any kind of a fiber component. We should not take that kind of foods. That's how we enter into so-called this blood pressure, my dear friends. Now, so this blood pressure, once it comes, what happens? You may have some kind of a symptoms, basically. So now you understood that this blood pressure is caused by because of the so-called cholesterol or continuous stress happening in the mind. That also is going to be the major causes. These are the major causes, especially, friends. So now what you need to understand is whenever you get blood pressure, definitely there will be symptoms. The symptoms you will notice, obviously, with a high blood pressure, especially. One headache comes, the chest pain will come, and chest will be so tight, chest will be there, and the nose will be bleeding sometimes, right? And excessive perspiration. That means a lot of sweat will come over from your physical body. So like you have a muscle cramps also will come, and there will be a lot of weakness will form, and palpitation also. So these are the basic symptoms of this high blood pressure patient, or whoever is having a high blood pressure, if at all not noticed. So we should understand that, friends. So this is how we need to understand, and especially, friends. So if somebody eating a lot of the high cholesterol food like non-vegetarian food, beef, chicken, mutton, all this, some people will be eating, isn't it? So if they eat more and more, that it has got a lot of fat in it. So that fat also is going to be accumulated in the physical body, and which is going to obstruct the natural flow of the blood within the vessels. So that's going to be so tightened. All the, especially the vessels, blood vessels will be tightened or hardened. So, and also, friends, you must keep doing exercises. Whatever the exercise, so Surya Namaskar, otherwise yoga asanas must be practiced in order to relieve from that. At the same time, we have to stay, of course, we have to reduce the stress by doing more and more meditation, all that definitely is much helpful. And stop smoking. If at all somebody is smoking, all the, that is also going to cause the high blood pressure, because it has got in its tobacco or whatever, you get a lot of nicotine. The nicotine is the harmful substance which you must not consume at all. So that is why, come out of this smoking, alcohol, all these things, then your blood pressure will be automatically reduced, friends. Now, so with this, friends, this is the introduction of why we suffer from the heart, the, so especially high blood pressure. What are the reasons for getting high blood pressure? We understood now. So let's understand some of the home remedies. Simple remedies I'll give, home remedies, and after that mudra, after that acupuncture, acupressure I'll give you. So with that, you can definitely come out of the high blood pressure problem at any point of time. The first and foremost home remedy is methi seeds. Methi seeds. These methi seeds, 8 to 10, just soak in the water, and then so that you can so before breakfast, you just consume 8 to 10 methi seeds, right? So maybe you can soak in the little time ago, or 1 or 2 hours, soak it, and then you eat it directly, that methi seeds. So that is going to really what it does is it is going to reduce the high cholesterol levels in the physical body, right? So that when this is going to reduce the high cholesterol levels, obviously, so your blood flow will be proper, and no high BP at all. Next, so you also consume dry flavorless betel nut. Okay, betel nut you have to consume. So that's also after every meal, if you consume this betel nut, is considered as a blood thinner, my dear friends, and also it's going to improve the digestion system. It also lowers the cholesterol in the body, physical body. So that's how this much beneficial. These two home remedies, please follow it. Okay, now mudra. Which mudra is much useful, friends? So one of the best mudra for this high or low BP is a low BP or high BP. Minimum must practice 50 minutes. Okay, followed by prana mudra. So this is a mudra. You have to keep this mudra. This mudra is Dhyana mudra. Okay, hopefully you understood the Dhyana mudra. Dhyana mudra means we need to touch. So our middle finger and index finger and with the thumb finger, gently you have to touch. So this mudra you have to keep it on thighs for 50 minutes and practice it. That's going to help a lot. Okay, and followed by prana mudra. Prana mudra is this. Okay, please use this for 10 minutes. This is going to be much helpful now. So other than this, friends, so we are trying to understand is another one, acupressure. Acupressure for high blood pressure. What are the acupressure points? So you try to understand here. Acupressure point is very simple. So very useful points. Okay. Now you see you can see here. You can observe here. Right. Observe here. This center point is called kidney point. So center point is kidney point. So this center point you need to press for 30-40 times. Okay. This is number 1 point. The other point is, friends. So what will happen is you have to draw the from here, this especially this little finger come down, and in the wrist, especially wrist, this corner in the wrist. Okay, and from middle finger straight, if you come down, especially on the wrist, one more wrist. So these are the 2 points. Okay, now what will happen is in this point, the side point, put 2 fingers of you, then put one more point here. There is also 1 point. Okay, and the middle one is there, no? 2 finger and half finger. That means one more point will be, it will be available here. So these are the 4 points. Just see here. They are the 4 points. In these 4 points, so just take a coconut oil, just nicely rub it, nicely rub all the points. Okay. Now after that, take one more point, keep on press like this 30 times. Just hold it and give it. Hold it, leave it. Here also the same. Hold it, leave it. Hold it, leave it. Like this, keep doing 20, 30 times. And this point also. This point also. Hold it, leave it. Hold it, leave it. So like this, if you do, friends, so definitely you will be able to come out of this, so-called high BP. So high BP, these are the important points. So everyone must learn and use it. Okay. And also you share it with others. It's very, very important, which will be much helpful for others also, in fact. Okay. So thank you, friends. Thank you so much for listening till now. So we have gone through all the topics today, right? Thank you so much. Dhanyavad. Now, any questions are there? Please ask. Right. So you can unmute and ask any questions, or you want to share an experience, please do it. Right. Any more questions for anybody on the today topic? So did you understand the topic? Yes. Good. Right. All the topics are understood properly. Right. Thank you. Right, friends. Okay. So thank you so much for joining the session and giving the opportunity for Mahavatar Foundation. Dhanyavad to everybody. Thank you.